Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire, is a 2009 drama film, and it is one of the most hard-hitting films that I've seen in almost since the start of the new century. I really love this because of how hard-hitting it is. The movie really pulls no punches, and it's so realistic and deep, well developed. So the movie has a slew of pretty big name people. There's Monique, there's Lenny Kravitz, there's Mariah Carey, but the newcomer in it is Gabri Sidibe. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. It's a kind of a hard to pronounce name, but whatever. And the movie really hinges on her. She plays Precious, our titular character. She had literally no prior acting experience, and she was not trained, but the movie hinges on her. Monique is the second lead in the film, but the girl who plays Precious, the movie really hinges on her. She has to carry this massively sad, but ultimately pretty redemptive, serious sort of film on her shoulders. Almost all by herself, that is. And director Lee Daniels, he could easily have gotten somebody with a great amount of acting experience, who was classically trained, but he had a really good find, and a girl who plays Precious does a tremendous job. I think that she should have won the Oscar for Best Actress because she was that good here. Her first name's Clarice, but everyone calls her Precious. She's from Harlem. It's in the late 80s, and she finds out that she is pregnant with a second child. Her father was abusive and sexually abusive too. She has a child from a few years ago, but the child has Down syndrome and lives with her maternal grandmother, sorry. And so Precious hardly ever gets to see her, and she lives in this Harlem apartment building with her welfare case mother, who's played by Monique. And Monique she plays this heavily abusive, severely mean-spirited, widely uneducated mess of a woman that we just hate. We can't stand this woman. And because she's so abusive to Precious, our hearts just go more out to Precious than we would ever end up expecting. Precious really wants to get out of Harlem. She wants a good education. She wants for her children to be raised well. So what she does is she ends up taking some advice of her high school counselors, and she goes to this alternate school where she ends up learning more English. Because when she was in regular high school, she was super at math, but she's an illiterate. She's illiterate, okay? There are voiceovers, and she can barely speak well. She's one of those, you know how people that are severely uneducated talk with the super bad grammar? Well, that's how Precious is in the movie. So while she's developing an education, trying to get out of Harlem, she really grows as a person, and she develops some more self-esteem, and she really wants to take a stand to her destructive mother. So yeah, the movie does a really good job in painting all of these characters, whether it's Precious or Monique or Precious's teacher at the alternative school, some of Precious's classmates. All that stuff is perfect. One other thing that I loved about the film was Lee Daniels directing, okay? Lee Daniels, he does a tremendous job with his directing style. You know, like making the apartment in Harlem all dark and dingy, almost like hell or a dungeon, while the classroom stuff and outside stuff's like bright and colorful. So that was good. And some of the computer effects was all awesome. That was good stuff. My biggest reservation with the film, really my only reservation, was that I wanted the movie to go on longer, okay? The movie is 1 hour and 49 minutes. It's not even rags to riches story. It's just about Precious trying to get him emancipated from her mother. And I wanted so much to see Precious like graduate from high school like with honors, go to college. That would have maybe added 20 or 30 extra minutes to the film. So what? When Lee Daniels did The Butler a few years later, that was over 2 hours, and that was still a fine film. Precious should have been a similar sort of thing in terms of its length. It deserved to be longer. We deserved to know more about Precious's journey afterwards. We wanted to see more of Precious. Yes, the movie is excellent as it is, but it's a missed opportunity. As like at the end, it's a missed opportunity. So because of one reservation, it's a big reservation. I'll have to give Precious from 2009 3.5 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again next time.